for my first interview, I wanted to interview my sister, Vonni. I think she's a great person. Uh, Shut up. Yeah, she's a great person. I admire her in ways because she goes to school and does what she has to do, and she's focused. I wish some of that drive I did have. So she's a great person. But Vani, introduce yourself.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You're so nice on camera. Well, guys, my name is Shivani, the best sibling, the Beyonce of the family, rather. Yes, I have my bachelor's in criminal justice. I went to North Carolina Central University. Shout out to them Eagles. And now I'm just working, going to grad school, doing what I got to do. Loving this life and enjoying enjoying getting to know my brother, my new brother. He's taught me a lot about myself and in many ways that he does not know. So
thank you.
Big ups to my big brother.
Thank you. So back to this question, right? How did you get the news about me?
Our cousin Tavia actually hit me up on FaceTime one day, and she was just telling me, like, someone DM me or found me thinking, saying that, we might be related or whatever. And, she said that y'all talked for a while, and, my Uncle Boo was putting the pieces together and all of that. And she was just like, she told me that he would be willing to pay for a DNA test. And, he was sending it to me, just give him my Instagram, and that's how we talked. I think I hit you up on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And, we just talked. And then he said, he paid for the DNA test, took the address, got the test. It took a while for the test to come, not too long though.
Yeah, the results.
Maybe like, I don't want to say it was a month. I think it came pretty fast. The test itself came like 2 weeks after you had ordered it. The results came like a month.
Mm-hmm.
So some months later. But yeah, my cousin just hit me up one day and was like, yeah, talk to him.
Okay. So how did you feel when you received the call about me?
How did I feel?
Yeah.
About you possibly being my older brother? I honestly was just like, how?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to put the timelines together as to how this could even happen because he was way older than my older sister, Cassidy. And then just like, but it wasn't like negative. I was excited because I always wanted an older brother. I always wanted to know what that felt like, having an older brother. And I was excited because I was just like, cool. Like, okay, I'm a pretty optimistic person anyways. I tend to look forward to the future, and I'm pretty hands-on and just,
Yeah.
I just feel like it was just an adventure, and it was just, wow, more family, This is great.
So for me, well, of course, I didn't find out about the news. Well, matter of fact, I did find out. I always assumed growing up that I had a sister. I'm pretty sure I have a sister, right? But I thought that would be from my mother's side. Taking a DNA test, I'm like, I don't know, maybe blame society, but I didn't think about my father's side. It was more so like, I got to find my mom's side, I got to find my mother, right?
Right.
So when I took the DNA test, the first person to hit me up was actually our cousin Bryant Cole. So when I seen that, I'm like, hey, I matched with him. When I speak to him, he's like, hey, we have family up there that's still, in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Fort Greene. You have to be related to them. He's like, you have to. I'm going to hit them up and I'm going to hit you back. So that's when he did everything he was doing. And he gave me Uncle Boo number. But before that, once I seen his name and it said Cole, I have friends in Fort Greene. So I hit up my friend, Tora. She was like the first person I hit up, like, yo, Tora, you know anybody with the last name named Cole? So she like, yeah. So she's like basically showing me like, this is a Cole, this is a Cole, this is a Cole. So that's when I started seeing people and I was doing like a lot of social media snooping, of course. And I forgot how I came across your page. Tora knows Tavia too.
Oh,
Yeah, Tora knows Tavia. So when I looked up, like she showed me Tavia, she showed me Mel and everybody. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's my family. Like I know for a fact. I forgot how it came to you. I forgot. I think Tavia told me about you. She did, matter of fact. And then that's when I looked you up and everything like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, like that's my sister. I knew once I saw you like 100%. Like, all right, that's my sister. Especially Corey too. I knew like once I saw y'all, I was like automatically done deal. So I did like a lot of looking up. So when you heard about me, did you look me up?
I did look you up because because Tavia gave me your Instagram. So I was on the phone with her, like looking up your Instagram. I was like, no way, this guy looks like Uncle Boo. Like literally.
It's crazy.
So I definitely did a lot of I went to Facebook too, and I looked at your Facebook page and did a further investigation myself.
So all right. So you did the Facebook and everything. So like you said, you did force the call. I was new to iPhone, so I was like, I think you probably was the first person I actually ever FaceTime, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, you did have a Droid at the time.
No, I had a what's the name? I didn't have a Droid. I had an iPhone.
Oh, you just didn't like FaceTiming?
I never used my FaceTime because I was like new to
Wow.
iPhone, but you forced me to do it.
I was so curious.
Yeah, you're more curious than me.
I was very eager.
Yeah.
I think my worry was, wow, what if he doesn't like us?
That was my worry.
Why?
Because for me, it was like, yo, all right, y'all my siblings. And then finding out, like I said, because at the time I didn't know if my father was alive or not. I'm like, yo, what if I mess something up for him? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what if he's married and I don't know. I just thought I was gonna mess something up as far as like the family.
But you wouldn't have messed up anything, right? Because Chastity's way younger than you. That means you were before Chastity and my mom.
Yeah, but I didn't know. So I'm like, dang, I didn't want to mess nothing up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn.
I feel that though, that could be detrimental to some families.
Yeah. And then I know other people that, found their family and everything. And it's like they probably meet one time and never talk again. So I didn't want that to be this situation.
Yeah, I feel that.
But it didn't happen like that. Especially
How did it happen for you? How did you feel when the dots started connecting?
It felt great. Because like I said, it's something I never had before. And it's like, I don't know, how can I explain it or express it? It's like a natural connection. It's like
it felt very natural.
Yeah. It's like none of us had to force anything. It just was a natural connection. Like, so it's like, I don't know, it's different. It's just totally different from just being with my family and talking to them consistently. Mm-hmm. So it was different. I was happy for it because it was something I was looking forward to. But then to find out I had all them sisters, I was like, damn, that's a lot. Because one sister I would have spoiled you. All of y'all is like, nah, y'all don't have to get nothing. Y'all good.
You was looking for one and you ended up getting what, 5?
5, which is crazy. A lot. So, oh yeah. How did you feel like when the DNA test confirmed the results?
Oh my gosh. I remember what time. It was real late at night. Oh my gosh. It was like, I want to say going on 12 o'clock in the morning when I got those results. And I was winding down with one of my friends and I was just like, so I looked at my email and it was like DNA results already. I was like, yeah. The moment of truth. I opened it. First, I looked at my my map to see what I was made of.
Yeah.
Nigerian. I looked at my map and then I looked and I see because when you do ancestry.com, we get your DNA results. Whoever did ancestry.com is related to you, it will link to your profile automatically. My mom, she had already did it. So it obviously put her as my, maternal. And then it put you down as like, I think it read as a half brother. And I was like, at first, I don't think it read it as half brother. Did it read as half brother?
I'm not 100% sure.
It read as something else, and that's why I had looked up the centimorgans to see what that meant. But now, like, I recently just went and checked my ancestry. It says half brother. Like, your energy is half brother now.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I had, researched what centimorgans was and how much, it was a learning experience for me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me more interested and fascinated with the way genetics works and how, people are really linked in this life. Mm-hmm. But it was really refreshing to know. It's just like, wow, this is new. I hope he isn't like nervous, because we're gonna come at him kind of like full force, and I don't want him to feel like we're forcing him or pressuring him to, like, assimilate into the family.
Definitely. For me, it's like once I got the results, I said, I knew it. Like, it wasn't a doubt in my mind. I knew it 100%. So after that, it was like hitting you up, like, yeah, you are my sister. With the centimorgans, like I said, like, I was studying that long before like you even took the test, because I wanted to be ready and I wanted to make sure. So it's like once it came in, I was like, oh yeah, she's my sister, definitely. So I was happy about that. I knew I had the other siblings, so it was like cool.
Yeah, cause I think we all got on FaceTime that night.
Yeah, but the thing was Boo. I remember like first, like, just talking to Uncle Boo, and like it was like, yeah, you might be related to to us. Yeah,
it was always a mic for him. Yeah. Like, Uncle Boo, the results are here. Yeah. But it was always like a mic. You might.
So then he was like, yeah, your father might be one of my cousins from upstate New York. I'm gonna give him a call. I'm gonna see this, I'm gonna see that. But at that point, I'm like, I know it ain't nobody from upstate, because like I seen y'all. I was like, those my siblings. And then like when I got the DNA test and I called him, he was like, yeah, what he said to me? He said, yeah, so you might be like he said something like that, like, yeah, like, yo, it's a possibility you might be, a half sibling. And that made me so mad. I'm like, yo, at that moment, I'm like, yo, I don't like him, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
Have you ever told him that?
Nah, he's gonna find out on here. I'm like, yo, I don't like this guy. Like, yo, why he treated me like that? But the more I got to know him, I understand like how he is as a person. Like, man, you ain't gonna just walk in and get to know Uncle Boo. Like, nah, he gonna give you the stiff arm, the football arm.
I need to be.
But so after we got through that, like, man, I love Boo. Boo's like my homie. I just was telling Tavia, like, he's like a father figure I never had, because like I'll tell him I'm doing something and he'd be like, why are you gonna do that? I told him I want a motorcycle. I was like, why? like he'll question me and
challenging you
down. Yeah. And I ain't never had that. So it was like, even though it's shutting me down, it's like, yo, you know what? I do like that. You know what I'm saying? It shows that he cares. Like, he's definitely cool. I definitely love that man. But at first, I was like, yo, why you acting like this? I was like, yeah. He had me in my feelings with his answers.
Yeah, he would do that.
Yeah. So let's see, right? Oh, what were the circumstances surrounding your birth? So how was my father and your mother's relationship at the time you were conceived?
I mean, I believe they had a good relationship. I was, from what I could understand at that age,
yeah.
As a child, you're not really too focused on what your parents got going on.
Yeah.
But, you recognize and see, but they definitely love each other and definitely did all that they can for their children and me.
Yeah.
That wasn't, no discussion. So
definitely. And the reason I asked that, because, for my circumstances, it was like, don't know. Like, they weren't together at all. Like, it was wham, bam, thank you, man. They weren't together. From yours, they were married, they were together in that circumstance. So that's dope. So what was family life for you? How was that like?
Family life I had a good childhood. I really did. Like, I had a great childhood. I can say that now. We didn't always have what we wanted, but we always had exactly what we needed. And I didn't recognize or realize that at that age. But as you get older, you start to sit and you think about, the sacrifices your parents make for you. So, even though we didn't have all the fly clothes, the fresh stuff, we had each other, like most definitely. My dad was the coolest dad. Our dad was the coolest dad, excuse me. He really cared about all children, all the kids in the family just gravitated towards him. Like, he was really the person that was like the glue to the family. He made sure all of us stuck together. We're taking trips to the parks, the museums. If the ice cream truck came in the neighborhood, he's getting everybody's kids some ice cream. Like, that's just the type of person he was. My mom, she stayed just on top of us all the time, kept us in church, really just, disciplined us, supported us wherever we needed. Like, we walked everywhere together. Like, literally didn't have a car. We walking everywhere all around North Carolina. It was just a lot of love. Even though we didn't have a lot, we had a lot of love in our household. I can say that much. Like,
that's dope. Another thing I want to ask is, to your knowledge, what was the relationship like between our father, and his parents?
I didn't meet our grandparents. So, but I've heard stories about their relationship. Like, they kind of tussled and fought a lot, but at the end of the day, that's their family. They stick beside each other. I feel like that's any, child parent relationship. You're going to have your times, but at the end of the day, these are the people that that's going to be around you and stick beside you. So I heard that it was, like fire and water type of relationship, but it was still love there.
Yeah, well, that's parents and kids regardless.
Yeah, so I believe their relationship was pretty, unique.
Okay, that's cool. I hope you know this. What are my grandparents' names?
Maybelle.
Mm-hmm.
And you can edit this part. I know it. It's just slipping my head.
You're gonna beat it.
Oh my gosh! Don't tell nobody. I know the name. I just can't. It just cannot come to me right now.
Listen, we're gonna get it.
What is his name?
And it was Maybelle Cole.
Maybelle Cole was our grandmother, our dad's mom, and
grandpa.
1 second. Just edit this part. Just edit this part. Because I know it, and when it comes to my head, it's gonna be like, why didn't I know that off the top of my head? This is things I don't think about often.
Yeah, but this is why I want to do this, so we know these things. Like, this is going freshen our memory up on a lot.
Yeah, you're making me like get back into my bag. Chaz, what is dad's name? What is dad's name? Bo. What is his real name? That's not his real name. Where mommy at? Oh my gosh. Bye. I have to call someone who's useful. He's gonna cuss me out. He gonna cuss me out. I know his name. Stop. I gotta call somebody.
All right. So listen, we'll just use both for now, right? We gotta find out that real name.
I know the name. Well, I just don't think about our grandparents a lot.
Okay. So boom. Do you have any pictures of our grandparents?
Not in my house right now, but there are pictures my mom has. Uncle Sean has pictures. Uncle Boo has pictures hanging up in his wall. Yeah. But I'm gonna print some and get like a family mural. But I have some on my phone.
Oh, I didn't have this conversation with you, but basically my mother's side, father's side knew each other. So both of my grandmothers were friends. So Maybelle, she used to go to...
Knew your mom?
Yeah, she knew my mom. When my mother was pregnant, she used to feed my mother every Sunday. So grandma was actually feeding me, not knowing I was her grandchild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, right?
That's crazy.
So close. So close. Yeah. She knew my mother. She
That's
said,
another reason why it just felt so natural.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's another thing I want you to do. I want you to yeah, I need pictures of them. I want to see pictures. And I also want you to send me the picture. Well, send me one of your favorite pictures of our father.
I can do that.
I need you to do that for me.
I can do that.
And oh, that's what I want to ask you. Who do I look like in our family?
I really think, I don't know if you knew this, but Uncle Sean had dreads before.
No,
I mean, he had locks before. You didn't know that? Oh my goodness. It was just one time where all the uncles just started to grow locks. Like, not Uncle Mel and Uncle Boo. But I promise you, it wasn't even Uncle Anthony, I don't think, but Uncle Anthony had hair. He had hair.
Uncle Ant told me he had long hair.
Yes, Uncle Anthony had long hair. I think he thought he was Bow Wow for a second. But I don't know what Uncle Sean and Uncle Larry, they was growing. It seemed like Uncle Larry was growing his locks for years.
Oh, man.
But nah, Uncle Sean had some nice locks. He had some nice locks. Look like Uncle Sean when he had locks.
What?
Yes. I wish I had a picture. If you call Toya right now and tell her to find a picture of Uncle Sean with his locks, you're gonna be like, wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So you think I look like Uncle Sean with my locks?
Yeah.
I think I resemble Anthony a lot. If I show you like an old picture of Uncle Anthony.
Smack like Uncle Anthony, especially in your graduation picture. I thought it was Uncle Anthony.
Yeah,
that you posted.
We look alike. And I do see like Uncle Boo. Like when I look at him, I'm like, yeah, I look like Boo. And it was funny because
how does that make you feel? Like, wow, these are my family. I like look like them.
I'm happy. It's crazy that I'm happy I look like them because it's like, dang, like, you know, you hear a lot of families talk about, you know, when they have kids or family members, like, oh, they can't deny him. So it's like now I get that sense. Like,
yeah, like you cannot
like,
deny. Like that's why I said, even if we wasn't sure exactly who was your dad, I had a strong feeling like if he's not my brother, he's definitely related to me some way, somehow.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a fact. Our family medical history. What do you know about that? What are some things I need to worry about? Because growing up, that's something I was always concerned about. I'm like, I don't know what I have to worry about. I have to eat like I have everything, right? And I could catch everything. So do you know about our family medical history?
For the men, I do not know, but since our dad did have lung cancer, you know, even though you can develop cancer anyways. It doesn't have to just be from smoking and stuff like that. But our dad was a construction worker as well, so that could have very well, you know, been a factor in him developing cancer on top of the smoking. You know, we'll just never know. So I would just say, you know, watch out for stuff like that. And I know you don't smoke, but you know, just still be conscious of stuff like that. For the women in our family, which would be good for Nisi Poo, you know, Shaquana has disclosed to me that our family has, you know, thyroid issues. So that's something to let Lindy know of, you know, so she can be cautious and watch over that. So I do watch her stuff. You know, my mom, she had breast cancer. So cancer could be, you know, I keep up on stuff like that.
Got it. Well, we know where we're from, right? What's your ethnic? What is your racial background?
Oh, wow. Okay. My racial background consists of Nigerian, Cameroonian, Tobago.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Tobago, Ivory Coast. I think Ghana was up in there. Somali. Yeah, and then it went deeper into, you know, how I talked about, you know, the African slave trade or whatever. So with all that being said, our family ended up in South Carolina. And it makes sense because when I was younger, we went and visited some of our family down in South Carolina. They stay in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Mm.
And when I would talk to Uncle Irvin and Uncle Sean and them, they would tell us stories about how they used to visit South Carolina to, go see that side of the family. And I think you should take a trip down there one day and visit them.
I'm with it. I'm super with it.
Yeah, take a trip down there one day and visit. Those are like our roots from after we left Africa. Our family started in South Carolina and then moved up north.
You want to know the whole funny thing too is that my mother, she was born 1923. She's from South Carolina. She's from Bennettsville, South Carolina.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you seeing how all this is just connecting? Like it was meant to be.
It's crazy that where the family come from, that's where my adopted mother came from. And just being in Brooklyn, right here. I'm in Bushwick, the family's in Fort Greene. When I went to North Carolina, I'm in Raleigh, Durham area. Y'all right there in Rocky Mount. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
That it's same place everywhere. All across
everywhere. That's insane. It's really cool.
Yeah. So my next question for you is, where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and shortly moved. I want to say, I don't really know how old I was. That part of my life was a little bit of a blur.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely Fort Greene. We were born in Fort Greene.
Okay.
Me, Chastity, and Cheyenne were Corey and Cherie and Marlene were born in Florida.
Oh yeah? That's news. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Where Corey tell you he was born? North Carolina?
I never asked him.
Oh, he was born in Florida, him and Cherie.
I just assumed New York and North Carolina.
No, my mom's side of the family is from New York as well, but her side of the family moved to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we grew up in Florida.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Well, for me, I was born in Brooklyn Hospital, right there by Fort Greene. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I was born in the house of our apartment in my mom's pants leg.
Oh, your pants leg, baby? I thought that was Cheyenne.
That's me. No, that's me.
Oh, wow.
Cheyenne's a preemie.
Oh, all right, you pants leg. That's crazy. I might call you that from now on.
Did Uncle Anthony tell you that story?
I forgot. It might have been Chastity. It might have been Chaz. All right. Do you know what time of day you were born?
My mom said around 3 in the afternoon, I want to say.
Oh, your afternoon, baby.
Either 3. Yeah, I think it was 3 in the afternoon. She probably don't even remember.
Facts. Nah, she gonna know. She gonna know. That's like labor and birth. She gonna know when she pushed you out. For real.
Yeah, she said my dad had to cut the her pants leg to get me out.
What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, that's dope. For me, I wish I knew what time of day I was born. That information.
You don't know?
Nah, I don't know. When my birth certificate I have the one since I was adopted. So I have my adopted birth certificate with with Iola Brody on it. So it doesn't come with, the original, the time and date of course the date, but the time and everything like that you were born. So hopefully I do get a chance to find that out.
But you know your birthday, right?
Yeah,
your birthday is your birthday.
Yes. But the time of day, I don't know.
Right.
So Well, I was about to ask you, were there any complications at the time of your birth? But we know you was a pants baby. So what religious backgrounds did Dad have, if you know?
I wouldn't say he believed in God.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go to church or whatever. I would, Baptist. We stayed in the Baptist church a lot. But my dad wasn't a real, he wasn't a church goer like how my mom and us were. But he very much so believed in God, believed in something bigger than himself.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. So
I think that's something that me and him might have in common.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not I believe in God, but I wouldn't say like I'm the most religious person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I need to go to church every week, but that might change because, I'm having a daughter and I don't know, maybe I might need that to level me out some more.
Yeah, but you can have your own relationship with God without going to church. And I think he was a master of that. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely. This is a good one. Did dad have any special talents, hobbies, or interests?
he loved dogs.
He loved
Like
dogs?
he loved dogs. Like our first dog, his name was Doodoo. We had him
Oh
in
my
Florida. But
God.
he stayed with dog. We stayed with dogs. And I remember one time it was a dog stuck in the back of our yard, caught around some trees. It's a stray dog. We don't know this dog. We got our own dog. Mind your
Mhm.
business, Dad. So he goes out and he's just like, I can't leave him there. Like, I just can't leave him tangled up in the tree like that. So he went out there into the woods to cut him out of the tree, like stuff like that. He loved dogs. Um, he was a really good skater. He was a great skater. When we would go to the skating rink, he just was doing all types of tricks and flips and dips. Just he was a good skater. Great cook.
Mm-hmm.
Best cook hands down.
Yeah.
He loved music. And when we moved to North Carolina, I think he really appreciated the just openness to be, to do what you wanted, the freedom to do what you wanted without being on top of everyone, like how we were in New York.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah, when we came to North Carolina, he would just have these stereos and he loved music. Like that's why we all get our love of music from. Him and my mom, they have a great ear for music.
Mm-hmm.
And he just would play music loud as ever, just all day, every day. We would come home off the school bus, the whole block jumping because he got the stereos going. Yeah. And it's like the big stereos, like the big joints.
Like you're about to have a block party.
With the whole, what is the thing? The radio, but it was like a stereo radio.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Dumb type. Like he would play them throughout but we stayed in the country, and nobody cared because the houses were like too far apart from each other. It was like literally freedom. And he was just the life of the party. Like he just was a very personable person, like very social, welcoming, just very loving. I remember he had this one birthday party. He brought literally everybody out. Yeah. Like I think that was a whole weekend long thing. Just seeing that and how loved he was and how much of an impact he had on people. He was a real special person to a lot of people.
That's dope. It's crazy that you said skating, because skating is something that I used to do when I was young. Like I'm talking about jumping off ramps and everything like that. Like I could skate. That's something that I loved doing when I was young. Like if you ask anybody that know me when I was like in junior high school.
I ain't talking about like skateboard skating. I'm talking about like
I'm saying roller blades. Roller blades. I throw on a pair of skates and I'm out. Couldn't stop me. Yeah. I'm out. And then I love going to the skating rinks too.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I was dangerous. But even going to the skating rinks, I forgot the one in the Bronx. I think it was called the Key. I love going there. Empire, they used to have that in Brooklyn. So I used to skate a lot. So that's crazy that you said that he loved to skate, because I used to love to skate too. Now, all right. This is something that you can tell me. What traits do you think I inherited from dad? Personality, looks, talents. What traits do you think I inherited from him?
Definitely the looks. I would say you're very like, I wouldn't say social because you can be standoff sometimes, but you know how to joke. Like he was a jokester.
Yeah.
Like that's another reason why I was nervous to, meet you, because I was like, our family jokes a lot, and I hope he doesn't like be offended with the way we speak to one another. But you just mesh right in. Like he's a jokester, so you remind me of him. Like you and Corey, y'all got that jokester thing going on.
Corey don't take nothing serious. He's laughing all the time. Corey.
Yeah. But when it's time to get serious, and talk, like he was very easy to talk to. And I wish I could have that now that I'm older, because I know he would just be a my soundboard whenever I needed it. And I feel like that's you now. I feel like
Yeah.
the approach he used to take with us. And, we were younger, so I didn't really get it back then. I
Yeah.
couldn't really talk to him about stuff that's going on now. But from what my older cousin Tavia told us, when she was in school at my age, she would call our dad to just vent and talk to, and just that's a person she would call.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because now Tavia is that person for me, and I wish I could have that now, but she's that person for me because he was that person for her. And you're that person for me too, because I literally can just talk to you and it's like no judgment. It's like, here's the logical, and I'm going to acknowledge your social, but then we got to come to a common ground.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Definitely makes sense. My next question. Oh, I like this one. So if I was able to talk to him, right, or call him today, what do you think he would do and what do you think he would say?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I think he would definitely let you know that he would have had you if he knew about you. Because for one thing, he was big on keeping us together.
Yeah.
Keeping me and my siblings together. He did not believe in that separating, none of that. So I think he would have let you know that if he knew about you, that you wouldn't even have to be going through none of this.
Yeah.
So, and definitely let you know, like just taking you, like just embracing you with love. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely a love. He's a caring person. I think he works around love. Like that's just him. But he definitely would be assuring you, like, if I knew about you, this wouldn't have been the wrong way. Because he felt the same way about, Marlena. If, he had the power to have her with us, that she wouldn't have been away from us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely. Well, I wish that could happen. I really wish. So what age were you when our father transitioned? And how did it affect you?
I was 12. I was in middle school. And I was just confused. Like 12 years old, just starting middle school and, just figuring out life. And I'm a kid. I've done some things, stupid things. Like, I've been mad at my dad, but I always thought I had time to get it right. And I didn't have time to get it right. And that hurt me. Like I'll never have that time. And it was just, damn, I was like, I know people got to transition on, but why had it happen when I was 12? Yeah. Like I didn't even really get to experience a relationship with my dad. Like,
Definitely.
So it affected me a lot, but I didn't. Uncle who always told us, he said after the funeral, he had sat us down. He had, his famous Uncle Boo talk with us. And he said something that really stuck with me. Like it still sticks with me today. He always said, never use your dad's death as an excuse to do any wrong. So like, even when it came time to schoolwork, I wasn't really doing much. I was just in school, but putting forth that effort because I know he always told us that if we don't do anything else, make something of yourself, get your education and be successful. He's always told us that. And that's always stuck with me. So that's why I'm always going 110% with school.
Got it.
Because I feel like that's a direct way to, to connect with him. Like I'm making him proud because I know I'm out here. And it's not just for him, it's for myself.
For yourself, but it's like you shining.
But it's like, for him, like he's my why. Like at some point I'm my reason because I want to do what I want to do and be successful in my life. But he's the driving push as to why. Like he's always in the back of my mind. Like if you don't do anything for yourself, go out and get an education, make something of yourself. He's always told us that.
Yeah.
So I just always, kept that drive.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. And I definitely understand that from when, my mother passed. Even though I think I was 31 when she passed, it's still always too early to lose someone. I don't care what age you are, it's always gonna be too early. So for me, it's just like, everything she just told me to do, the person she told me to be, I just try to be that 110%. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was always scared to let her down. So it was like, I couldn't, like you said, same thing Uncle Boo said, I couldn't use her death as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I wanted to use anything as an excuse, I would have did that years ago from just being adopted.
Right.
I'm adopted, I'm gonna act up. But so I never use that as an excuse. And she probably wouldn't even let me use that as an excuse. She'll probably let me have it. Like what? What that mean? You adopted. You loved here.
Right.
And like I said, I was treated no different at all. Like I was a
That's
baby.
good. And I'm honestly glad that you've had that experience because a lot of people are scared of the foster system is scary. Children
Yeah,
go through a lot in the foster system, but I'm just glad that that wasn't your story.
yeah. For me, one and done. Like I said, like it was times where family members thought I should get beat. And she was like, I'm not beating him. Like, y'all wilding. Like, yeah, she ain't beat me another. I think she beat me one time. The family was happy. Like, what? Yo, she finally got him. Because I was yeah. So it was like a celebration when she got me that one time. But that's it. Like, I could do no wrong. Like I said, I stayed with her all day. I remember having hair. I used to have cornrows when I was younger too. And she used to sit and hot comb my hair. First of all, I had the long silky because of the hot comb.
Okay, Anthony.
And then she used to braid my hair. She used to give me French braids all the time. I used to sit with her all the time, cooking with her in the kitchen. I used to sit with her in the kitchen. To me, she was like the best cook ever. Yeah, she used to yell at me too. I remember one Thanksgiving, she was making candy yams. And I was helping her, so I'm pouring the sugar in it. Remember, she's from the South. I'm pouring the sugar. But she yelled at me like, that's not enough sugar. It's called candy yams. Candy yams. She made me put mad sugar in the candy.
That's how you do it.
Yo, mad sugar. But yeah, I stayed next to her all the time. Like, yeah, I got away with murder. Like, oh, yeah, all the time I was next to her. So what are some memories that you have about your father?
Another hobby of his, he loved taking pictures. He had like a video camera and he would record everything. And it's so crazy that I'm thinking about this now because before he died, he used to record videos of himself. And I wish we had that camera with all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
OMG. So it's crazy that you're doing the same thing in a sense, but he would he wanted to document, what he was going through at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember this one thing. Uncle Mel and them used to always come down for field days and stuff, right? And field days is just like amazing. The whole family gonna come out. We're gonna show out. My dad bringing popsicles in the crate for everybody. Like you feeling like the coolest kid in school because your dad passing out popsicles to everybody.
Facts.
But I remember I was doing what was that field game where you would jump over the rope, the long jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing that, and everybody else parents on the sideline cheering their kids on. I'm running the jump. My dad at the end of the finish line with the camera in my face, like, go, Bobby, go.
That's dope.
I will never forget that day. Like, would never forget that day. He was so happy, so proud. Every award show I ever had, he was there. Never missed anything. Baptism, he was there. He was very active. He was very active, very involved.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. I like to hear it. So do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. They're really just like, how did you feel? Like when you saw me or when you talked to me, like, what did you think the relationship was going to be like?
I didn't think we would probably have much of a relationship.
Why?
Because hearing other people's stories, like, they probably speak to you one time and that's it. They wouldn't get back to their regular life because that was their reality.
Right.
So it's kind of like they pushed their reality on me.
Right. But now that you know that that's not your reality, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I feel dope. I like speaking to y'all. I love speaking to y'all. So yeah, it's cool.
I think how we approach it, and I definitely talked to my mom about it because she was the first one I told before I told everybody else, all of our other siblings. And I just, like you said, because you felt like, you didn't want to, So I told my mom, and she was just like, what? Like, literally, this woman has mastered peace. I don't know
Yeah.
if you realize, but my mom has been through it.
Yeah.
And I think she is like the master of peace, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bothers her. And if it does, you'll never know about it.
Yeah.
But she was just like so open to it. And I was just like, you know, she was like, that's not, you know, he was way before chastity for one. So it's not like it was anything deceitful going on. And if he wants to meet the family, tell him to come by. Like, it's love for everybody.
Yeah.
That's how the family looked at it. That's how, you know, our immediate family looked at it. Like, it's love out here for everybody. He just want to find his family. Like, all we can do now is move forward. My mom said, all we can do now is move forward and just love on him, like as if he was just, you know, always here. And we did just that.
Yeah.
So you know, I appreciate my mom for doing that, because some people be like, I want my kids around. You know, people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of people are like that. And that's another thing too. Like, you'll hear people like, oh, that's my dad's child. Like,
yeah,
they ain't really
like, no, like, this is my brother, no half brother. This is my brother. Like, none of that.
And I'm definitely happy she had that positive, you know, whatever, positive, give me the word.
Outlook.
Yes. I had it in mind, but I didn't want to say it. Yeah. I thought it was a better word than outlook. But yeah, she had that positive outlook, you know what I'm saying, about me. So that was dope, because I feel like that also sets the tone.
And then I seen in the picture, you know, she cussed a lot too.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, ish. They do look alike. She started laughing. I was like, girl, you know
they look alike. Yeah, your mother, she hit me up time to time, like, yeah, you look just like your dad in this picture. Like, she definitely hit me up.
Isn't that true?
Yeah. So
she's a sweet lady.
No, she definitely is. She definitely is. And that's it. I have no more questions for you.
You have no more questions for me? No. Oh, I think I do have another question. You met older people in our family, such as Uncle Irvin. Have you met Uncle Irvin?
I met Uncle Irvin.
Well, such as Uncle Irvin and Uncle Went. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever sat and asked? Because those are the ones that will give you the stories about my dad. Just sit and call Uncle Irvin one day. Yeah. And he'll tell them over and over and over again. They were like the best of friends, the best of buds, the closest.
Yeah.
So I will definitely say, just sit and just talk to Uncle Irvin one day. When you come down here, just make it your business to go sit and talk to Uncle Irvin. It'll be worth your while.
Yeah, I definitely will. Like, same with Uncle Wim, but when I met him, it was your graduation, so I didn't have that time to really sit there.
Yeah,
and we talked to him one-on-one. But I look forward to doing it.
Definitely do that too. He'll tell you a lot of stories too.
I'm actually like trying to have everybody on this. It's probably wishful thinking, but I'm still going to ask.
I tell you, you'll definitely get Uncle Mel up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely
get Tavia too.
I'm gonna definitely get Tavia. I'll be bothering Tavia all day. I call her Wayne head the other day because she had that because her foot was messed up. But yeah, I'm gonna get Tavia. I think the main one is Uncle Boo.
Yeah, Uncle Boo's not getting on camera. I'm sorry.
Listen,
you're gonna have to do what you're gonna have to do. Probably. Nah, don't even do that.
He gonna have to act like he on one of those ID shows. You have to just blur him out and
blur his face and like do the voice the voice thing.
Listen,
that's real. The only way you get anything out of him. Okay.
I know, but I still gotta ask.
Well, hey,
I still gotta ask.
The worst you can get is a no.
Yeah, right. Like,
he gonna be like, whatever. He gonna be like, whatever. Yeah. Are you serious? You serious right now?
So that's it. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I have another question.
Go ahead.
So now that Corey, it's crazy. So Corey was the only boy growing up, right? And he's no longer in North Carolina with us anymore. He's up there with you. So how is that getting to know your younger brother? Corey, that's a whole different dynamic.
Corey don't come see me.
What?
Corey ain't coming. Corey, he's at the age where he gonna be around his friends all the time. They going out. So it's no knock. I was his age that time too. So I gotta look at it like, yo, I'm the old man compared to him. So it's like, what, chill with him or go out with my friends and Mac and chill. But when I did invite him out, he came out. He didn't stay the whole night. He went to 2 spots with me. I wish he would have came to the 3rd spot because that's like Fat Joe King. The spot was lit. something like that. He had left early though. So I know if I ask him to pull up, he'll pull up. But
Yeah.
on his own, nah, he ain't pulling up. I know that. You know, he at that age where he gonna want to be around his peers. So
yeah, I feel that.
yeah. So it's like I know. Like I said, I was that age.
I don't know. I guess from the outside looking in, me and Cheyenne have discussed this too. I feel like, I don't know, you kind of getting like a little influence on him because I feel like he's experiencing. Well, that's why I love the fact that he's up there and not down here. I feel like he's experiencing a lot more than he would here and being more open-minded to a lot more than he would here.
Yeah.
So I think his perspective of the world is growing a little more.
It has to. Shit, has to. I was on right him the other day. I was on it's crazy. I was thinking about him. And if anybody know me, I'm gonna do something for somebody, even if they're not doing it for themselves. So it was like even with the bank account. I'm like, yo, bro, just give me all your information. I'm gonna open you one. So he sent me all his information, try to open up a bank account for him. So now it's like, yo, I know he's talking about the job. I'm like, man, I got all his information. I'm about to sign him up for USPS. You know what I'm saying? He about to go postal. But I just didn't call him and let him know, but that's what I want to do for him. I got his information already. So I was like, yo, I might as well. If I'm sitting on the computer, I'm gonna put in jobs for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. If they call you, bro, go take it. Because I ain't gonna put in no trash job. I'm gonna put in a decent paying job for you.
Right.
So
that's what's up. That's
so yeah, whether he do it or not, I'm doing it for him. Because I know sometimes you just need that push from other
You gotta push. Yeah, he type person you got to push.
Yeah.
Push him off the bridge.
Word.
But no, this was really dope. I really want to say that I commend you for finding your family. That's something that's not easy. You know, of course, we welcomed you in with open arms. It's nothing but love over here. And I'm just proud that you got the outcome you wanted. You know, it's sad that it took this long, but I guess all things happen the way, you know, God intended for it to happen. But I'm glad we found you because it's nothing but love. Like, we love you so much. And
that's a fact.
It's just been a pleasure getting to know you. Honestly, it's just been a pleasure.
Definitely. Thank you. And even though I missed some time, like I said, my daughter, she ain't missing nothing. She came at the right time. She's gonna know her whole family. So
her whole family.
That's dope.
Yes. And she's gonna have Easton and Ezra to grow up with.
For real.
So you ain't gotta worry about cousins because she got a lot of them. A lot of them. My family's very big people. They stretch all across the East Coast.
For real. Thank you very, very much.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you and love you.
Love you.
Later.
And we're out. That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
One. All right. So welcome back to my channel. And I have the first person, like, even when I thought about this, that I wanted to interview was my sister, Vonni. So, you care to say a little about yourself?
Hello world. I'm Vonni, Anthony's younger middle child sister. I don't really know what to say about myself. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty dope. Shout out to my family.
All right. So
I suck at this.
Huh? Don't worry, we don't get to it. It's funny because it's me and you, and we comedians. So let's get to it. All right. So, how did you get the news about me?
Okay. How I got the news about you was from our cousin, Tavia. She had hit me up on FaceTime one day and she was just saying how, you know, somebody had hit her up looking for his family and they're trying to figure out who, you know, which uncle's kid it was. So I'm like, who do you think it is or whatever? And she was like, nigga. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Don't worry about it.
She was like, your dad. I'm like, quit playing. Like, you're crazy. He has 5 kids already. And I don't think, you know, I didn't know what to think of it. But my cousin was like, he want to talk to you, whatever. And I told him that, you would be the one that's more open to, hearing what he has to say. And I was like, okay, sure. So, we exchanged Instagrams or whatever. And I think I DM'd you.
I'm not sure who DM'd who.
I'm not sure. I think I did. And things went from there. We got on FaceTime. He didn't like FaceTime. But me, I'm the type of person, I'm just like, wow, you could potentially be my brother. And you don't want to FaceTime me? I want to see your face. I want to see what you look like. Because when I saw his Instagram, I was like, there is no way. Because guys, the genes in our family is strong. Like, they're very strong. And it was the nose for me. Like, we all have that same nose. I was like, yeah, I don't know whose child this is, but regardless of the fact, he's gonna be family because of that nose.
Nah, it's a super fact.
Yeah, but I was excited. I was just interested in hearing what was gonna happen.
You know what? I might have fucked this up.
Wow.
I think I need headphones because I have a microphone.
You think you need headphones? You can't hear?
I can hear, but I think when I play it back,
people not gonna be able to hear.
When you speak, it's going to come through the microphone also. So it's gonna be like you double speaking.
Oh, you probably did need headphones.
Good Lord.
You don't have any headphones? Like you need specific headphones?
No, I got headphones. I'm gonna run and get them real fast.
Is it still recording?
Yeah. I'll stop right now.